Salesforce job postings are now listing the Agentforce Specialist certification as a requirement, not a nice to have, a requirement. Most people studying for it are spending time on the wrong topics and finding out the hard way when results come back. I'm going to give you the exact 7-day plan that covers what the exam actually tests. Here is what we are going to cover in this video: all 5 exam topic areas with their exact weights, a day-by-day study plan built around the real exam blueprint, the biggest mistake I see candidates make, and 3 exam day tips that change your results. I have trained over 200,000 plus Salesforce professionals and built a full course specifically for this exam. I know what works and what wastes your time. Subscribe if you want more Salesforce content videos, and let's get started. Why this cert matters right now. Agentforce launched in late 2024. The Agentforce Specialist certification followed, and here is the opportunity. Most Salesforce professionals have not sat this exam yet. The candidate pool is very small. If you have this cert in 2026, while most people in your space do not, you are already in the top tier of Agentforce professionals. That gap will close, but it has not closed yet. The first thing to get right is what the exam actually tests, because that is where most people get it completely wrong. What the exam actually tests. The Agentforce Specialist exam is 60 questions. You need 73% to pass 5 topic areas. AI agents, 35%. The heaviest section, it tests how you build and customize agents, topics, actions, instructions, and how you use the Agentforce testing center. Questions are scenario based. You need hands-on experience here. Prompt engineering, 20%. Use cases for prompt builder, managing templates, and grounding techniques that keep agents accurate. Data cloud for Agentforce, 20%. Configuring data libraries, grounding agent responses with real business data, how retrievers work. Deployment lifecycle, 20%. Monitoring agent adoption, managing user security, moving agents from sandbox to production. Multi-agent interoperability, 5%. How agents work together and when multi-agent setups make sense. That is the map. Write it down. The mistake most candidates make. Most people treat this like a general AI theory exam. They've watched demo videos, read articles, get a surface level feel for Agentforce, then they sit the exam and get hit with scenario questions and they do not know how to answer them. You are not being asked to define what a topic is. You are being asked, given this business problem, which configuration produces the correct agent behavior? Which prompt template fits? How do you ground this agent so it does not return bad data? Those questions require hands-on experience, not reading, building. If you have never opened a Salesforce org and built an agent, you are not ready for this exam. The 7-day plan fixes that. 7-day study plan, days 1 and 2. 7 days is enough if you are focused. 2 to 3 hours per day. I will reference my Agentforce Specialist certification course on my tutorial rack throughout. It covers every exam topic with practice test. Link is in the description. Day 1, AI Agents Foundation. This is 35% of the exam. One goal today: understand what an agent is made of. Topics: what the agent handles. Actions: what it can do. Instructions: how it behaves. Work through the Agentforce concept section of my course. If these 3 concepts are not clear, every scenario question gets harder. Day 2, build in a real org. Open a Salesforce developer org, build a simple agent, 1 topic, 2 actions, instructions, then test it in the Agentforce testing center. Ask a question it should handle, ask one it should not. Watch what happens. The goal is not a perfect agent. The goal is making the exam scenarios feel real, not abstract. Day 3, prompt engineering, 20% of the exam. 2 things it tests: how to write a prompt that produces accurate responses, and grounding, connecting the agent to reliable information so it does not make things up. Work through the prompt engineering section of my course. Do the practice test at the end. Day 4, data cloud for Agentforce. Also 20%. Focus on how Agentforce data libraries are configured, how data library grounds agent responses in real business data, and how retrievers work. Exam scenarios will show you an agent returning bad answers and ask which data cloud configuration fixes it. Work through the Agentforce and data cloud section of my course today. Day 5, deployment lifecycle. Another 20%, and the section most candidates underinvest. It tests what happens after you build. How do you monitor adoption? What security controls manage user access? How do you move an agent from sandbox to production? Work through this section and do the practice test along with this. Also cover multi-agent interoperability today. It is 5%, roughly 3 questions. Know what multi-agent setups are and when they make sense. Do not over-invest here. Day 6, full practice run. Build a complete end-to-end agent in your org, topics, actions, instructions, grounded with a knowledge article, tested in the testing center. Then take the full practice test that is there in my course. Write down every question you got wrong. Those are your day 7 targets. If you want a structured course that covers all 5 exam topics with hands-on exercises and full practice test, my Agentforce Specialist certification course at my tutorial rack will help you. The link is in the description. I also publish new Salesforce content every Monday and Wednesday. Hit subscribe so you do not miss those videos. Day 7, the day before the exam. Do not build anything on day 7 is review only. Go through every question you got wrong on day 6 practice test. Reread just the part of the course that tripped you up, not the whole section. Then write down the 3 things you are least confident about. Most people skip this and hope the weak areas do not come up. They usually come up. Spend 1 hour on those 3 things, then stop, sleep. The night before matters more than 1 more hour of study. 3 exam day tips. Tip 1 is read the full scenario before you look at the answers. These questions describe a business situation and ask for the right configuration. If you read the answers first, you anchor on the wrong thing. Read the scenario, understand the problem, then look at the options. Tip number 2 is wrong answers are almost right. Salesforce writes distractors very carefully. 2 of the 4 options will look correct. The question is always which answer addresses the exact constraint in the scenario, not which one sounds like good Salesforce practice. Tip 3 is if you have not tested it in a real org, do not guess based on theory. Candidates who pass are the ones who build things during prep. There is no shortcut for that. What job postings are asking for right now? Job postings are changing very fast. In 2026, roles like Salesforce consultant, senior admin, and pre-sales specialist are listing Agentforce Specialist as a required certification, not a nice to have. The roles playing the most want 3 things: an admin cert as the baseline, the Agentforce Specialist cert to show AI credibility, and at least 1 real Agentforce deployment in your history. The cert is not just a credential, it is the signal that separates professionals who have done this from ones who watched a few videos. Let me pull this together. 60 questions, 73% to pass, 5 topic areas, AI agents at 35%, the heaviest, do not underweight it, prompt engineering, data cloud, and deployment lifecycle, all are 20% each. Multi-agent interoperability is 5%. The biggest mistake is studying theory without building. Build on days 2 and 6. Day 7 is review only. On exam day, read the scenario first, watch for almost right answers, trust what you built. For the full course, all 5 topics, practice tests included. Go to my tutorial rack. The cert is low competition right now. That window is open. Hit subscribe if this gave you a plan you can use. Drop a comment. Are you already studying for this exam, or did this video push you to start? I read every comment. My Agentforce Specialist course is at my tutorial rack. Direct link is in the description. And if you need one-on-one career guidance, that link is in there too. Thank you.